Well, Pauline Hanson opened up a can of worms on the weekend when she said about New South Wales Greens Senator Mehreen Faruqi what many people often say in private about most Green politicians. When Senator Faruqi heard about the passing of Queen Elizabeth, she posted a tweet saying, quote, "I cannot mourn the leader of a racist empire built on stolen lives, land and wealth of colonised peoples. We are reminded of the urgency of treaty with First Nations, justice and reparations for British colonies and becoming a republic," unquote. Well, Faruqi lives in a liberal democracy. She has as much right as anyone to speak her mind and contribute to the contest of ideas. But so too does Pauline Hanson, and she fired back with some very emphatic advice. Quote, "Your attitude appalls and disgusts me. When you immigrated to Australia, you took advantage of this country. You took citizenship, bought multiple homes and a job in Parliament. It's clear you're not happy, so pack your bags and piss off back to Pakistan," unquote. Well, that's firm but fair by any reasonable standard. It's one thing for Faruqi to express an opinion that is offensive to many people in the nation that offered her a better life when she migrated here as a 29-year-old engineer in 1992. But it's another thing to base that opinion on falsehoods. Here at ADH, we will continue to fight back every day, if necessary, against the idea that Australia was founded on racism and that its culture remains racist today. Like cleaning up the rubbish left behind by environmentalists at a climate rally, or serving gourmet hors d'oeuvres to supposedly working-class Labor cabinet ministers at a private party. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it. As I said last night, Arthur Phillip's instructions upon founding the colony of New South Wales in 1788 were to seek amity and friendship with the natives and consider them equal before British law. Phillip himself also declared that there would be no slavery in Australia, a full 19 years before William Wilberforce's Slave Trade Act famously ended slavery in the British Empire. We should be proud of this, but instead we have a Pakistani-born senator telling us that Queen Elizabeth, who didn't assume the throne until 1952, represented a racist empire. Well, as Senator Hanson might say, if it's so racist, why would Faruqi want to live here? Also on Faruqi's Twitter feed is an inspiring video about the obstacles she has overcome in her life. She says, quote, "They told her she couldn't play cricket as a young girl, like her brothers could, and to not bother going to university." She doesn't say who they are, but she doesn't need to, because that sort of sexism died in Australia years ago, so it's not us. 59% of university students in Australia are female, and women's sport has been increasingly professional for decades. They are clearly the mullahs and other religious patriarchs she left behind in the misogynist Islamic Republic of Pakistan.